You want me to put that on my Tudor?
Harry's wife. Too tight to pay for a hotel. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Money is invariably a very important thing to many narcissists. It is of itself a residual benefit. But many narcissistic indicators can be observed in relation to the behavior surrounding wonga, spondulix, bread, cash money. Some narcissists are preoccupied with the pursuit of it. That is because their narcissism notes it as a residual benefit and therefore causes the narcissist to cut corners, engage in criminal activity, lack responsibility, work really hard, pursue the dream in order to make a lot of money. That money then assists in the further pursuit of the prime aims. For instance, the purchase of a large house, which can be triangulated with people so that people react to it. What a gorgeous house you live in. Positive fuel just provided. It provides the opportunity in some instances to use that money to compel people to do things through simple acts of bribery. Some are obvious. Do this and I'll pay you. In other instances, it's a little more subtle. The buying of gifts, the exercise of financial largesse. All of this means that the money is being used to assert control over appliances, and their responses provides fuel. There is, of course, another side to the narcissist acting with a sense of entitlement. The fact is that some narcissists, having accumulated wealth, become obsessed with staying in that position of wealth, and therefore expect that just because they're wealthy, and in some instances well known, that they shouldn't have to pay for things in the way that everybody else does. Thus, they expect a free ride or discounts. They expect other people to pick up the bill. Some narcissists don't have any money and they are freeloaders, always on the ponce, always trying to gain money out of people, favours in a financial way, people buying them lunch, never standing their round of drinks, etc. Behaving in such a way is demonstrative of a sense of entitlement, lack of boundary recognition through asset appropriation, a lack of accountability for not paying your own way, and an absence of emotional empathy because it might impact upon somebody and make life difficult for them. Commonly, I advise people who found themselves involved with a narcissist and has lent or given that individual money, only for it never to be repaid, or for the relationship to be thrown in their face, notwithstanding the generosity that this person has exhibited. Money is a frequent indicator of the narcissist. The pursuit of it, the treatment of it, the lack of it, being financially haphazard shows an absence of accountability and is a narcissistic indicator. We know that for Harry's wife, money is hugely important. It's a residual benefit, and therefore her narcissism causes her to pursue it, and she's greedy. She wants to be paid huge amounts of money for doing very little. Witness the shit flick stuff, witness the toss that was the Arsey Wipes series. She believes that the world owes her a living. She believes that she's uber-talented when she's not. She believes that her industrial beigeness is worth tens of millions of dollars. It clearly is not. At one point, she would be able to trade off her infamy or fame, dependent on how you look at it. And people would think, she's very well known, she's a duchess, there are people who like her, therefore it's worthwhile investment throwing some spondulix her way. Her currency, however, has become much reduced as her popularity has tanked. Of course, Harry's wife, being a narcissist, is blind to all of this. She doesn't see that her currency is tanking. She is the Empress of Woke, Queen of the universe, and believes that people should pay for everything for her. This manifested, this sense of entitlement, as reported by the New York Post, and also by Page 6. Page 6 stating, Harry and Harry's wife's NYC car chase happened because they were too cheap to pay for hotel. An article by Emily Smith tells us, Harry and Harry's wife's near catastrophic car chase, which we all know it wasn't, happened because they were too cheap to pay for a hotel, sources have revealed. The entitled couple allegedly demanded the Carlisle, the late Princess Diana's favourite hotel, mirroring Diana duplication, give them a discounted room for their New York City visit this week. This is done, of course, by Harry's wife because she believes, I'm so special, you should be grateful for me staying there, therefore give me a discount. According to law enforcement sources, bosses at the Carlisle refused the hefty discount. Thus, that would amount to a challenge to Harry's wife. So the embattled pair instead stayed at a friend's house on the Upper East Side. So basically, Harry's wife wanted to stay at the Carlisle at a discounted rate. They said, fuck you. And then rather than pay or go and stay somewhere else, she decides to go and stay at a friend's. However, when the paparazzi began following them Tuesday night from the Ziegfeld Theatre, in what their spokesperson claimed was a relentless pursuit lasting over 2 hours, bullshit. The duo didn't want to lead the photographers back to their friend's home and reveal where they were staying. Quite possibly, the friend would have kicked off if they've brought paparazzi to the door, all three of them. A New York City law enforcement source told Page 6 they should have just gotten a hotel for the safety of everyone. Instead, they were cheap and wanted a free place to stay. Naturally, Harry's wife wants to keep that fortune intact, and whilst, of course, there are rumours of financial strain, she's not exactly going to be sat on the side of the pavement, holding a styrofoam cup, begging for shekels at the current time. She could easily afford a hotel and a decent one. Nevertheless, she doesn't want to pay out for this, because her narcissism essentially whispers in her ear, you're the magnificent Harry's wife. They should give you a discount, you know. And if they don't, well, don't stay there. Cock a snook to them by not staying and go and sofa surf instead. Thus, this whole ridiculous shebang would not have occurred if they had been staying at a hotel. According to the source, Harry and Harry's wife's people called the Carlisle ahead of the trip and asked for a discounted room, and the hotel said no. If they had just paid up and got a hotel in the first place, the supposed dangerous paparazzi chase around town would never have happened. They would have been driven back to the Carlisle, been photographed going inside, and that would have been the end of it. In the past, Harry and Harry's wife have been regulars at the Carlisle, where rooms go from around $1,240 and suites up to $6,000 a night. They checked into the iconic hotel during a visit to New York in 2021 and were seen dining at the hotel's famed Bemelman's Bar. Harry's late mum, Diana, frequented the 1,800-square-foot royal suite on the 22nd floor of the Carlisle whenever she was in town. It now costs upward of $8,000 a night. Why the pair didn't pony up for a room remains a mystery. No, it doesn't. Again, by understanding narcissism, you know full well why she wouldn't pay. She is entitled. She has a massive sense of entitlement because she believes herself to be hugely important. And that means that people should give her stuff for free. Remember when she was running the TIG? She would look to get freebies. And also when she was first in the royal family, she breached protocol by accepting freebies from fashion houses, etc. Now, many people enjoy a freebie. Of course they do. Many people enjoy getting something for nothing. But the narcissist believes that it should be provided as a matter of obligation and right. Because she's apparently such an amazing person, people should be throwing goods and services at her for free or for discounted rates. So there is no mystery as to why she didn't pony up for a room. It's quite simply because she's a narcissist and acts with a sense of entitlement, has no emotional empathy for people affected by her tight-waddedness, and has no accountability for these behaviours. Page 6 reported Wednesday that Harry, 38, Harry's wife and Harry's wife's mother, Doria Ragland, were extremely upset and shaken after being chased for 2 hours in what their spokesman said could have been a near-catastrophic incident. The article then repeats what we already know about what has been going on. And basically, it concludes, Harry and Harry's wife put regular people's lives at risk because they are cheap. Lack of accountability for behaviour, absence of emotional empathy, the law enforcement source told Page 6. They should just accept that people are going to take photos of them, photographers are going to follow them. This is New York. And they have to take intelligent steps to ensure their own security for the safety of themselves and everyone else. Entirely understandable. And this incident occurred last Tuesday, and here we are just a few days later with comments from the mayor, comments from NYPD, comments from other people. I think Whoopi Goldberg chipped in, didn't she? Where people are saying, 2-hour car chase in Manhattan, not going to happen. Near catastrophic, no. It was really more about it being challenging transport conditions. It didn't take long for this to unravel. As a matter of common sense, it didn't add up. But now, more information is being put forward, and it shows that not only was it a fabricated event, it need not have happened in the first place, because a catalyst for it was the sense of entitlement of the narcissist that is Harry's wife. Once again, by understanding narcissism, you know why she's behaved in the way that she has, which has resulted in the behaviour that's being reported on. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.